talk about this weekend without mentioning Isaac Howard.
Yeah.
5 goals on the weekend nights. You look at last year, and he had a really good year, ended up with 38 points, 8 goals, 30 assists. Well, he has 18 goals right now. We still have 12 regular season games to go. How has Ike jumped his game up to the level where he's at right now? And why are pucks going in for him?
Well, I think a couple things. I mean, I think last year early on, I thought he was a little bit snake bit. I think we talked about that, right? He had multiple opportunities, and whether he hit a pipe or the goalie made a good save, and he definitely generated a lot for us. And but I also think another year of maturing, and where he's really grown his game is away from the puck. And I think even the game that he scored 4 goals, he had 11 shots on net.
Yeah.
That's a lot of shots for one player. But what's good for him, we're starting to use him on the penalty kill. He's playing 4-on-4 more consistently, and he's earned that. It's not because he said, "Hey, I want to play on it." Or, he's done a better job in practice, and he's improved. And obviously, he's got an electric stick, and he gets that puck in the scoring area more times than not. The goalie's going to have to make a good save.
And one of the things I loved about him this weekend, and I think he already had 2 goals when he got that assist on Basgill's goal. And Penn State was defending him. And, instead of, hey, I want to get my hat trick, he said, I got to dish this back to Basgill because he's got an open shot there at the point, and Basgill ended up scoring. Just an unselfish play. And I think that says a lot about him. When people now are starting to talk about him in the Hobie Baker race, and I know, you're a very unselfish, humble coach, and that reflects on the players, but it's a pretty cool situation for Michigan State and for Ike Howard. So how are you playing that with the team, with Ike, and with yourself?
I mean, we haven't talked about it a ton, but I do think that
do you think he's deserving of
I
that?
do. Yeah. I mean, you look at the season we've had so far, really, there's still a lot of hockey, but the amount we've scored and how much he is a part of that, and even if you look at scoring chances, D-Mike does scoring chances after games, and I mean, Ike's on the positive, 8, 9, 10, every single night. So he generates a lot, but he's also doing a good job on the other side of the puck. And to do what he's doing in our conference, I think that speaks a lot for him as a player. And obviously he's going to have to, finish strong here for our team. Most importantly, right? We need him to be great. But he's pretty cool that he's in that conversation as he should be.
And for those who hadn't heard about it, earlier today, Ike Howard was named the #1 star of the week by the Big Ten. That is the 3rd time this season that he's been a #1 star, and the 5th time this season that he's gotten one of the stars. He's having just a wild year.
No doubt.
Definitely. We need to take a break, and when we come back, we'll get some questions from the audience. We'll be back with more MSU hockey on the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665 after this on the Spartan Media Network.
Do you need an electric vehicle charger installed? Whether for a home, business, school, or more, IBEW NECA 665 contractors are the experts in EV charging installations. Our electricians aren't just licensed. We have advanced training and certification through the Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Training Program, or EVITP. The EVITP gives us the most comprehensive training available, which means we install EV chargers to the highest standards of quality and safety. Visit IBEWNECA665.org to find a contractor for your next project.
Skill is a game changer. And when the doctors you know and trust team up with one of the nation's top health systems, the possibilities are endless. Sparrow is now University of Michigan Health Sparrow. So together, we can bring more specialized expertise, more of the latest treatments, and more UofMHealthSparrow.org.
Hey, got one more, Labatt?
Yeah, here you go.
Yo, got one more?
Sure. Who are you?
Have any more?
I'll take one.
Got another Labatt?
Got one more? How did you all get in my house?
Dude, door was open. Heard you had some Labatt.
Yeah, in the fridge.
Crack some Labatt, make some friends, and see where it takes you. Always enjoy responsibly. Beer, Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York. All rights reserved. Labatt registered U.S. trademark of Labatt Brewing Company Limited.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Dad. Did you get a new haircut or something? A new shirt? You're looking good.
What happened?
A little fender bender?
How little?
A few days in the shop little, but thanks to Mom and our agent, we've already submitted a claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense.
I'm fine, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask.
Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Coach Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NICA 665. Raise hope and foster dreams by starting your journey to becoming a foster parent today. Visit michigan.gov/hope for a home to learn more on how you can support children of all ages in our community. Well, we have the wireless mic out in the crowd and
a new mic,
a new microphone. If anyone was with us on Friday, we had to get a new microphone.
And Bree's going to get the first shot at it here, Bree. So before I hand him the mic, though, because I'll get in trouble if I don't say this real quick before I get home. So I have to say happy birthday to my daughter, who turns 8 years old. So happy birthday, Charlie. And now here you go, Bree.
Happy birthday, Charlie. Good evening, Scott.
Good evening.
Good evening, Coach.
How you doing?
Doing pretty good for an old guy.
Yeah. You're not that old.
Hey, word has it you've got a kind of a series coming up with some rivalry down the street. I know the players get pretty well pumped about it. Is the rivalry different for you as a coach compared to when you were as a player?
Oh, I don't think it's that much different, right? I think it's special and thankful to be a part of it, right? You get an opportunity to play college hockey or work in college hockey. There's very few that are like this, right? And you look on our campus, how much it means to our university. And, I just get excited for our guys. You talk about development and, again, reasons to come to a place like Michigan State. This is one of them to play in games like this. So, I don't think it's different from a player to a coach. Our staff's excited about it, but I think we're most excited about our guys and what an experience to play in. Obviously going to Yost on Friday, it'll be a hostile crowd and good for our guys. And the same thing back at Munn.
Knights, following on Bree's question there, outside of hockey, outside of the preparation and practice for this weekend, is anything different for you? Do you receive more interview requests? Do you receive more ticket requests? Are you asked more of your time away from the rink leading up to this game? Are more alumni reaching out to you?
Yeah, probably a little bit, right? But I think just with the way our program's gone, there's a lot of interest, right? And so there's people excited about coming to our games, and whether it be interviews or a lot, there's quite a bit of that with again the growth of our program. But I do think when you throw that in with the rivalry, there's a little bit more.
All right, now Bird has the new mic.
Yes.
How's it working for you?
It's heavy, man.
Yeah. Oh, you can't skip arm day anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, I was wondering, watching the Penn State game Saturday, seemed like the goalie for them was seeing everything. I mean, our guys had so many scoring chances, and then to shut us down on the shootout, I thought, people say, well, what happened to State? Like they expect to win. I says, this shows you what a goalie can do.
Yeah.
To a game.
Well, I think a couple things. He definitely played well, and I actually love that I get asked that question a lot now, right? Like what happened on Saturday, and I think that's a great sign for our program. We went on the road and won and tied, and people are like, "What the heck's going on?" So I think that's where we want to be, and our guys felt the same, right? We not in an arrogant way, but you got to come to the rink and expect to win, and I thought he really battled in there. I thought, especially in the first and second period, I thought we had chances to extend our lead there, and but he made some big saves, and that's pretty common in our conference, right? We play in a really good conference. There's really good goalies, and you got to find a way to bear down and finish those chances. But hats off to him. He had a really good game, especially in overtime. I thought we had maybe 3 or 4 where we're right on top of him, and he's a big guy. Didn't look like there was much net on the shootout when the guys went in there. He takes up a lot of net, so hats off to him. And but we get a chance another crack at him when they come back to Munn.
Knights, how do you think the guys that returned from the World Juniors tournament, Max Sturback and Trey Augustine, played for you this weekend against Penn State?
Really well. Yeah, really well. I think 2 different circumstances, right? Max is, his experience. He did a great job representing his country, and they were under siege a little bit, and he had to defend quite a bit. And he's done a great job for us this year. He's hard to play against, and Trey coming off of the high of winning a gold medal, was a key piece to that team. And, we gave him a break on Friday, and we really felt he needed another practice. In that tournament, you play a lot of games, you don't get a ton of practice. And, I thought Trey was about as fundamentally sound as he's played, for us. It didn't seem like, if you was seeing the pucks in traffic, there wasn't a ton of rebounds. So, that's that, you look about what those guys did. We played at Minnesota on whatever it was, the 13th or 14th. Those guys started on the 15th with their team. So they got no break and then came back. So, you talk about a mental break from even, Bird's question about media. Trey's a guy that gets peppered every week, right? And so now he goes to World Junior and he's on TV and getting interviewed every single day. And there's no break there for him. So I give those guys a ton of credit, to be ready to lace them back up.
We got Gail with a question.
Yeah, speaking of media, is there any way you guys caught Zach McClellan's Take Me Out to the Ball Game?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did see it. I thought Zach did a great job with it, and he was the perfect guy for the job. I mean, there was a little bit of work. Woody got him the glasses, right, Woody?
I did.
Yeah,
I need to get those back.
Yeah. No, I thought he did a great job, and his wife was proud of him and represented us in a great way.
Oh, that's you talk about the Penn State goalie seeing everything. It helps when you're 6'4".
Yeah.
And you're standing on skates. You see a lot more.
No doubt. And I think that even the times, you're right, even the times I thought we got to the net, he's tall and can kind of look around. And there was definitely some rebounds there. I thought we capitalized on some of those better on Friday than we did on Saturday.
Well, we're going to take another break, but first we want to tell you that Big B Coffee loves Michigan State, and they love it when the Spartans win. When the Spartans win at home, you can visit any Mid-Michigan Big B location the next day and receive a BOGO coffee courtesy of Big B Coffee, proud partner of Michigan State Athletics. We are live from East Lansing with the head coach of the Spartans, Adam Nightingale. Our show powered by IBEW NICA 665. We're back after these words from your very own local station. You're listening to the Adam Nightingale Show.
When the forgotten poor are in need of healing, they wait for a ship unlike any other. Mercy Ships, a floating hospital staffed by volunteers, heroes of mercy who donate their time to save lives.
Every human has the right to have a place at the table of the human race.
If you could just see the smiles that you get when lives have been changed, then it would make it all worth it.
To learn more about Heroes of Mercy, go to mercyships.org.
It's the New Year, New Ride sales event at Shaheen Chevrolet. Choose your ride from our huge selection of nearly 400 new Chevrolets. Get the rugged Silverado for just $182 a month, or the fuel-efficient Equinox for $256 a month. Drive home an affordable Trax for just $217 a month. Good credit, bad credit, or no credit, we'll get you approved. We'll go the extra mile to earn your business. Visit 632 American Road in Lansing or ShaheenChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
At first, credit card debt can seem harmless, like a cute little baby goat. But let it get out of control, and your debt goes wild, and that is anything but cute. Tame your debt with Rocket Mortgage. Tap into your home's equity and get funds in a matter of days. Just visit tameyourdebt.com. Call 1-800-407-3944 for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender, licensed in all 50 states, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. We're live with more of the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NICA 665. Hey, Spartan fans, gear up with an MSU FCU Visa credit card featuring the Spartan helmet. It's the perfect way to show your Spartan pride while earning cash back on every purchase. Apply now at msufcu.org and make every purchase a proud Spartan moment. Well, we have with us right now our Player of the Week. Number 2, defenseman Patrick Geary from Buffalo, New York. Patrick, thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
This is your first time on the show, and so I always like to try to find out, and I'll probably ask you this 3 more times, but how'd you get started playing hockey?
I guess it was just having an older brother. He's 8 years older than me. He got into the game when he was young, and then you kind of just want to do what your older brother does, right? So kind of just followed him all the way up and just got into the game and loved it ever since.
That's fantastic.
On here, Scott?
Yeah, we're on now.
So you got kind of a big goal last year. In fact, it was the last goal you scored, right, in the Big Ten tournament against the team we're playing this weekend, the overtime goal, the game winner. Has there ever been a bigger goal that you've scored personally than
No,
that
absolutely not. I don't score many goals, so that definitely my biggest.
So I'm curious, with you being out of state, right? You're from Buffalo, and kind of like me. How long did it take you? I'm from Illinois, out of state is what I meant, not Buffalo. To understand this rivalry, again, being from out of state, the first time you got to play against Michigan last year.
Yeah, actually, funny you bring that up, but I was just like talking with the older guys before we first played them last year. It's like, oh, like what is this? What does this rivalry kind of feel like? And they're like, you'll know it when you play your first game. And I definitely felt it our first game. I mean, we got beat pretty bad, so I was like, yeah, I never want to lose to these guys again.
Almost verbatim what happened to me as well. Yeah, the older guys told me, you'll get it. Yep. You'll get it real quick too. I'm curious, if somebody came up to you and have never seen you play, how would you characterize the way you play D?
I think just getting the puck out of our zone, playing physical, defending hard, and making it hard to play against. I mean, I like to make the forwards on the other team miserable all night, and that's kind of my job.
Would you agree with that assessment? Nice, because I think Patrick's probably one of your most physical defensemen. Is that a fair statement?
Big time, yeah. No, I think he understands who he is, and when we got Gears, we were really excited. He was a guy that kind of stands for what we want to stand for, and team guy, and hard to play against. And I definitely think the other team knows, when he's in the lineup. But he also, his athleticism, his skating really helps us break pucks out, and he's got a unique ability. I know it hasn't gone in for him this year, but to get pucks through from the top, and I think that's just a matter of time. But he's got a really good skill set, and that's why I think Gears is a guy that's good. He's going to end up playing this game for a long time.
Is it just coincidence that you have him paired up with Sturbeck, another Buffalo draft pick? Is that part of the reason that you like having those guys together? Or is it just, hey, they pair well together?
Yeah, I think
for Michigan State?
Yeah, for us, right? I think they complement each other well, and they, again, if I'm looking at playing against them every shift, I wouldn't look forward to it. And I think they both are physical, they're hard, they're mean, they can move the puck, and a big part of our team.
Patrick, you got a chance to go home to Buffalo earlier this season when the Spartans played at Canisius. How many ticket requests did you have to try to fill from your family?
Actually, they made it pretty easy on me. They kind of they knew a guy at the ticket office, obviously. So
they got a guy.
Yeah, they had a guy there. So I think they bought like 30 all in a bunch for both games. So I got lucky. And then funny story about that. My parents didn't buy tickets because they're like, oh, like our son should always get us tickets. Like we should never have to pay for tickets. They get to the game, there's no tickets for them. I didn't give them any tickets, so yeah, I got to remember that for next time.
Yeah, you got to remember that. You negotiate with teammates that don't have people looking for tickets.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Did you have much interaction with anybody from Buffalo while you were there from the Sabres organization?
Yeah. I mean, Tim Kennedy, alumni here. He's a player development coach for them, so he came down for our practice. He was there for a little bit. So talking to them, and then just all the guys around the rink. I mean, I skate there all summer, so seeing the academy guys there that I work with, just catching up with them and seeing how they're doing.
Before we go to break, I'm going to throw a little teaser out there, and I was going to just throw this at you, but I'll give you the commercial break to think about this one, Patrick. So you're an advertising management major, right?
Yep.
Okay. You guys kind of have something special going, I feel, this season. So as an advertising management major, what would be your slogan for this team? We'll give you the commercial break, and you got to give us that.
We got a little break. We got a little bit of time.
I'm getting ahead of myself, Scotty.
Yeah,
all right.
I got a couple extra questions for you. I noticed in doing some research, you were a lacrosse player in high school while you were playing hockey at the same time. What position did you play, and did that help you with hockey?
Yeah. So I played long stick midi. So I only played defense, but I would just be out there on the draw and forward. So I'd go there. If we won the draw, I'd get off. If we lost, I'd stay out there. And I think it definitely helped. I think it helps with my aggression. I was able to whack somebody with a stick forever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that helps a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I love playing lacrosse, and I think it helped for sure with hockey a little bit.
I have a nephew who was a long stick midi, and when I started doing play-by-play for the MHSAA championships, I asked him to write down some notes, and he was very concise. When he got to long stick midi, he said, "The best."
That's great. That's great.
The other thing that I wanted to ask you is, since you grew up in Buffalo and then on draft weekend last summer, you get drafted by the Sabres. How cool was getting that phone call?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. And actually, Tim Kennedy was the first one to call me on the draft floor. So having that call from him, I mean, he coached me when I was 16, and then to kind of see it come full circle was awesome. And obviously very fortunate for that to happen.
Yeah, that's very, very cool. We do have some extra questions for you, so we want you to sit tight. We can go to the break now. So the electrical contractors of the IBEW NECA 665 provide the safest, highest quality electrical work at the best value to their customers. Learn more at IBEWNECA665.org. That's IBEWNECA665.org. And we will be back with more of the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665, after this break on the Spartan Media Network.
Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need 3 things. 1, you love saving money and earning cash back. 2, you have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3, when it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit msufcu.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
When you're a foster parent, you play a lot of roles.
Provider, giving a foster child a safe home, healthy meals, and hope.
You're always there.
You're a cheerleader.
Your family. You would do anything for a child in your care.
Every day is different. Every need is different. But one of the most impactful roles you can play in life is being a foster parent. See why at michigan.gov/hope for a home. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
It's the New Year, New Ride sales event at Shaheen Chevrolet. Choose your ride from our huge selection of nearly 400 new Chevrolets. Get the rugged Silverado for just $182 a month, or the fuel-efficient Equinox for $256 a month. Drive home an affordable Trax for just $217 a month. Good credit, bad credit, or no credit, we'll get you approved. We'll go the extra mile to earn your business. Visit 632 American Road in Lansing or ShaheenChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Hey Spartans, when it's game time, it's One North time. Just minutes from Michigan State University, One North Kitchen and Bar is your go-to spot for scratch cooking and world-class hospitality. When you're celebrating a win or catching up with friends, we've got the perfect dish to make every moment special. Join us for the MSU Coaches Shows and get closer to the action with the voices that bring Spartan spirit to life. Visit One North, where Spartan pride meets memorable meals.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, everyone. We are back with more of the Adam Nightingale Show. Frankly, you'll want to join us for the Michigan Sports Brief every weekday on Spartan Media Network radio stations all across the state of Michigan. It's presented by Frankenmuth Insurance. Find your local independent agent at fmins.com. It is time for the rapid fire, but before we get that, you had a test. You were tasked with something just before the commercial break. So, Woody, you want to restate the topic?
As an advertising management major, what slogan would you come up for this year's team?
National championship or bust.
Okay. All right.
Is that a registered trademark yet? Can I use that on the radio show?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
All proceeds will go back to your pocket.
Geary approved. Geary approved. Exactly.
All right, Patrick. So what we've been doing all year, we asked every player that comes on the show the exact same 10 questions. So whatever comes to your mind first, you let us know. Scott writes them down. We've got the tally going all year so far. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Favorite hockey player as a kid?
Patrick Kane.
Other than hockey, what sport are you best at?
Lacrosse.
As a defenseman, what NHL player, retired or currently playing, would be your dream D partner?
Oh, Cal McCarr.
Which teammate do you bring to an escape room to win?
Dan Russell.
Who on the team is most likely to end up dating a celebrity?
Isaac Howard.
We hear that
Can you
a lot.
tell he's been picked before?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
we hear that a
shocker.
lot. Yeah.
Which teammate is most likely to end up a coach?
Ooh, a coach. Carson Dorwart. That's it.
Okay.
Coach Knights needs you to dig a 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot deep trench, and you got to do it within 5 minutes. Which teammate do you bring with you to get that done?
Charlie Strammel.
Okay.
Who on the team would win a Dancing with the Stars competition?
Oh, boy. I'll go Gavin O'Connell on that one.
Your coach,
That's new.
who do you send out first in a shootout?
Isaac Howard.
And the last one, what is the very best thing about Munn Arena?
The fans.
Right on. Patrick Geary, number 2.
Easy.
Thank you.
All right, Patrick, thank you very much for joining us, and best of luck this weekend against those guys from down the road.
Exactly. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Gears.
Woody, we got a little bit of time here. I know you always put together a Munn memorable moment. Do you have that ready?
I do have it ready.
This is
So
called,
our
this
Munn-
is called changing on the fly.
Yeah, our Munn memorable moment of the night. Well, so to not only my daughter's 8th birthday, but it would have been Coach Ron Mason's 85th birthday today as well. So sure. So in recognition of that, our Munn memorable moment, we're going to go back to November 3rd of 1979. That was Coach Mason's first win behind the bench at Munn Arena. It was a 5-4 victory over, at the time, number 5, Wisconsin. So that leads us then to another memorable moment in March 16th of 2002, and that was Coach Mason's final victory behind the bench at Munn Arena. And fittingly, it was against Bowling Green, where he had come from prior to coaching Michigan State, a 4-2 CCHA playoff win. And then, of course, on November 17th, 2023, our 4-2 win over number 1 Wisconsin at the time. And that's when Munn Arena officially became known as Munn Arena at Ron Mason Rink.
Yep. The Ron Mason Rink. Wonderful. Thank you very much for all of that. We will take a break, and when we come back, we've got more coming your way. But whenever you shop Meijer, you help support food rescue programs and the Simply Give initiative. You help provide a bright future for kids and support sustainability in our community. Learn more at Meijer.com. The Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665, continues after this time out. This is the Spartan Media Network.
Coors Light.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket? No, but we do make them work. Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
From the biggest of big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go! Run, James! No. First base! Go!
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
So, got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
What's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck. I know, but thanks to our agent, we've already submitted an insurance claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need 3 things. 1, you love saving money and earning cash back. 2, you have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3, when it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit msufcu.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, everyone. We're back with more Spartan Hockey on the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665. Our show today coming to you live from One North Kitchen and Bar, located at Abbott, just north of Saginaw in East Lansing. One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. We've got another audience question here. The Bird has come up with another one for you, Coach.
Nice.
When I was talking to Woody, he says, well, we'll have you ask it. But Saturday or during the game, they were telling how the guys found a spot in the boards where they hit that spot and the puck would come out to the front. And I just wondered where they picked that up and what happened on that.
Are you saying at Penn State or at home?
Yeah, Penn State, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think those boards are really active. I think obviously Munns are, as active as they get, kind of like the old Joe. But I think it was, they do a great job blocking shots. So you got to find a way to get the puck down in there. And you could hear the guys talking on the bench that there was, some certain areas you could put a puck to and it would kick out to the slot. So I like that about our D-core. You got to be creative, right? Teams are going to try to block shots, but you got to find a way to get it down in there. And, we got a competitive group of forwards. So if you put it down in that area, I like our chances in front of the net.
Good question.
Great
one. We noticed that right off the bat twice. It hit the same part of the boards and came right out to the edge of the crease. That's good scouting.
Big time.
Yeah. Tonight's alumni spotlight shines on MSU forward Mike Donnelly. From 1982 to 86, former walk-on, amassed 196 points, good for 15th on the career Spartan points list. His 110 goals is good for 4th on the MSU all-time leaderboard, and his 59 goals scored in the 85-86 season still stands as a Michigan State and NCAA record. After scoring the game winner over Harvard in the 86 national championship game, Donnelly went on to play 11 seasons in the NHL for the New York Rangers, Buffalo Sabres, Los Angeles Kings, Dallas Stars, and New York Islanders. Today, Mike still is entrenched in the game of hockey. He's in his 23rd year on the staff of the Los Angeles Kings, the first 14 as a scout, the last 8 as a player development coach. And that's our alumni spotlight for this evening, Mike Donnelly.
It's amazing when you think about that.
I think that's
59 goals.
Yeah, that one's safe. I don't think anyone's breaking.
I mean, records are meant to be broken, right? Nice,
Yeah.
but is that one?
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, you look at now, if you score 30, you're probably 35. You're probably leading the country, right? Or 40-ish or whatever that number is. But 59 is unbelievable, and to be a walk-on to do that, you still hear the stories of, talking to the Millers about, Donnelly and the weighted pucks and working at his craft. And even down, we have that shooting room now, right? Where our guys are down there shooting, and they had these steel pucks that they would I don't know where they got them made, but I guess it ruined one of the Millers' basements because these guys would shoot against the so they asked if we had those steel pucks, and I don't think Alan would like it if we were blowing holes in the wall. So we have weighted pucks down there, but pretty cool story.
Not the steel ones.
No.
Well, it's time for our Alumni Hall Spartan Hockey Trivia Ticket Giveaway. The winner gets tickets to an MSU home game. You pick up your tickets at the Alumni Hall retail location at Eastwood Town Center in Lansing. Our question this week, and this is for the audience here at the show, deals with this weekend's rivalry. Sometimes they call something like this a civil war because it can be family against family. Well, who was the most recent Spartan to have a family member who played for the University of Michigan? Get your hands up. And
played for Michigan State as well.
Yes. Yeah. So we're up. We have a possible.
Horkoff?
That is not correct. It was not Sean
But
Horkoff.
it kind of is correct.
Well, yeah, kind
That'd be
of.
the
Just
opposite.
not yet.
The opposite.
It's the opposite of what we're looking for.
No, we're looking for a player who played at Michigan State who's had his father played for the University of Michigan.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's
now
backwards.
a lot of people are going, oh. So do we have anybody with a guess? Get your hand up. We got no. I think he knows the answer, and he's deferring. He's deferring because he has tickets. He has a way to get to the game. Get your hands up if you think you know the answer.
Hint: the player that played at Michigan State has a cousin that he played with at the same time.
Brian Lerg.
Brian Lerg is the correct
answer. Was that
answer.
too easy of a hint? I saw a few hands go up there. Breeze was first.
But there you go. Greg Bria is our winner of the Alumni Hall.
Hey, John
trivia
reminded
question.
me that another Spartan figure, lore in the history of Michigan State, Goofus' birthday was today, too. He would have been 74.
Wow.
There you go. There you go.
Thanks for reminding us, John.
Yes, thank you very much for bringing that back to the top of our minds here. Let's take a break here, and we'll come back with more in just a moment. Whether your move is across town or across the nation, the MUN team can help. Whether you're in the market to buy, sell, or both, check out the MUN team online at munteam.com. That's Jan and John Munn, serving buyers and sellers since 1985. They are realtors who get results. We're live with the head coach of the Spartans, Adam Nightingale. Tonight's show is powered by IBEW NECA 665. You're listening to the Adam Nightingale Show.
I will be right by your side.
Women can have it all, including heart attacks. But symptoms like jaw pain, nausea, unusual fatigue, dizziness, and backache are often different and more subtle than for a man. The fact is, heart disease is the #1 killer of women. Know the signs. Learn more at getheartchecked.org. From Women's Heart Alliance, in partnership with Women Heart.
When you're a foster parent, you play a lot of roles.
Provider, giving a foster child a safe home, healthy meals, and hope.
You're always there.
You're a cheerleader. Your family. You would do anything for a child in your care.
Every day is different. Every need is different. But one of the most impactful roles you can play in life is being a foster parent. See why at michigan.gov/hope for a home. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
From the biggest of big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go! Run, James! No. First base! Go!
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Adam Nightingale Show, everyone. Powered by IBEW NECA 665. We want to thank the folks at the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. They're going to be our game day sponsor on Saturday as the Spartans host the University of Michigan. Visit michigan.gov/hope for a home to learn more on how you can support children of all ages in our community. Rob, it is time for your college hockey fun fact.
Before we get to that, I have to credit Bria here in front of us. I guess this is why they're still married after all these years. He said, I got to give credit to Marilyn. She's the one that got that answer about the Lurgs correct. So, Bria, good job. I guess Marilyn gets the tickets.
Yeah, as she should.
Yeah.
As she should.
All right, our college hockey fun fact of the week. So who has a guess on how many outdoor men's college hockey games there's been throughout the years? 700.
That's a little high.
Yeah.
Just a smidge.
It's 46 total outdoor games. Of course, Scott and I were talking about the OG of outdoor games, the original one here at Spartan Stadium against Michigan back in October of 2001. There's been 14 women's college hockey outdoor games, and Michigan State, of those 46, and that included the Wrigley games, Scott, we participated in 6 total outdoor games. As I mentioned, the one here at Spartan Stadium in 2001. The other venues that we played at include the game at Michigan Stadium Nights. Remember you and I?
Yeah.
We were working on the other side of the stadium.
Yeah.
And we had to get in the state police vehicle, and he escorted us back all the way around to get to the locker room. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
The score wasn't cool, but that was kind of cool.
No doubt.
Yeah. So there was that one. Then we, of course, played the 2 games at Comerica for the GLI tournament.
Yeah.
The game at Soldier Field in 2015, and, of course, our game at Wrigley Field. That's our college hockey fun fact of the week.
All right.
Oh, hold on. Jim Little's got something for us here. Dave McAuliffe.
Yes.
Yeah. Assistant coach Dave McAuliffe. Yep.
Dave McAuliffe is the one who came up with the idea, and we give him credit every time the Spartans wind up playing outdoors. You had some more news referring to your team today. Shane Van Sage. It was announced today that he is ranked at number 36 among North American skaters in the NHL Central Scouting midterm rankings. That was just announced this morning, and that's a big deal. You know, that's pretty high for a kid that's just 18 now.
Yeah, just turned, right?
Yeah.
He started the year 17, and Shane's had a big impact on our team. You know, he knows who he is. He's a power forward. He's just going to keep getting better. And when we got him from USA, he took his time, and I respect that. It wasn't a shotgun deal, and he was looking at it. He could have went anywhere in the country, and really felt comfortable at Michigan State. I know he's really enjoyed, and he's improving. And what I like about Shane, though, is the rankings and that stuff. Like Shane's interested in 2 things: helping our team be great, and then playing in the league, right? So wherever you're ranked, that doesn't really matter, right? And the number of NHL scouts, I've talked to quite a few, and they call on him a lot, and he's got a ton of different interviews that go on. I don't know where he'll end up being drafted, but I do think he's a guy that's going to play in the league.
Yeah.
So Knight, you mentioned those interviews. When did they call? When did they talk to interview? Was that during the season actually? Or?
Yeah, it's
that's a little bit different from what I remember.
For sure. Yeah. No, for guys that are draft eligible. I mean, that's you think about the pressure on some of these guys. Already last year. So teams will come in, they'll have their scouts, and Mike Porter manages that whole schedule. So he knows their class schedule. Obviously, you don't want to double book. They'll come into the rink and sit down with Shane after practice, and everyone has a different way of doing it. Some are hammering you with questions. Some are just trying to get to know you. Some will take you out to eat or do whatever. But it's you think about the age of those guys, and to have that, you're constantly having to do these interviews. And the piece of advice we always give those guys: just be yourself, right? You want people to draft you for who you are. Don't try to fake who you are. And whoever drafts Shane will be lucky to have him.
Now on to the coming week. The guys from down the road. I was getting ready to look up all kinds of stats and figures and all of that. And then I thought, none of that really matters. It's the rivalry for Michigan State. And I know you will get the guys ready to go by game time Friday, but they'll have their own motivation too.
Yeah, no, they're excited about. I mean, it's a special series, right? In the first game of the series, and probably have to calm them down a little bit, because I think they're going to be amped up and ready to go. And we got a ton of respect for them. They got a really good team, and but I think these are all things that add up to you're trying to keep building and growing your team, and to be exposed to this type of intensity and the rivalry will be really good for our team, and looking forward to get it going.
You just mentioned you might have to calm them down a little bit. How do you do that? I mean, I've been through your pregame with the guys, and it's high intensity, but how would you go at trying to calm them down a little bit?
Well, I think every weekend we go into, we want to make sure, we try to make the weekend about us, right? We got to go and play our best hockey and not overthink it and paralyze the guys with a ton of information. And, but also understanding that you got to play the game with emotion. Like, hockey's an emotional game, and you got to get right to the edge, but you can't let the emotions control you. And, I think we've learned and grown in the 2.5 years we've been here in that area, and so we're going to lean on our leaders to help us do that. But again, I'm excited for our guys. I think it's super special to be able to play into it. And these are memories they'll have forever.
The most played rivalry in the history of college hockey, Michigan State and Michigan. And it's coming up for the first time this year. We've got 2 meetings with the Wolverines coming up. Boy, I had a question and it just flew right out.
I can ask you one. Scott.
Okay, you go ahead and ask me.
What's your greatest memory of the rivalry?
Oh, geez. The goal that we talked about with Patrick was pretty special.
Yeah.
Of course, the outdoor game, the Cold War game at Spartan Stadium, and just about any time that Michigan State plays Michigan is very, very special, because as I've told people, I was raised in the wilds of West Michigan by a family of friendly Wolverines. So
wow.
Yeah,
turned out
my
all
whole
right,
family,
Scott.
my whole family. My dad was a student manager on the Michigan football team in the 1930s.
Wow.
When he was going to school there. So as soon as I got a letter that said, "Congratulations, you're a Spartan," I threw all my blue and gold stuff away.
Nice.
Got rid of all of it.
Nice.
That was my thing. We will take one more break, and when we come back, we'll wrap up this edition of the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665, right after this on the Spartan Media Network.
With full electrification of our communities on the horizon, the electrical construction industry is rapidly growing. As an IBEW apprentice, you earn a living wage while you learn, graduate debt-free, and start a great career with excellent wages, family health care, and retirement benefits. IBEW 665 and the National Electrical Contractors Association are the leaders in training the next generation of electricians. The future is electric. Learn more at IBEWNECA665.org.
Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need 3 things. 1, you love saving money and earning cash back. 2, you have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3, when it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit msufcu.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
Skill is a game changer. And when the doctors you know and trust team up with one of the nation's top health systems, the possibilities are endless. Sparrow is now University of Michigan Health Sparrow. So together, we can bring more specialized expertise, more of the latest treatments, and more of the best possible care closer to you. Discover what's possible at uofmhealthsparrow.org.
Our lives are a collection of experiences, from fender benders and soggy basements to great joy and growing families. Sometimes life is unplanned. Knowing that your insurance provider is always close by offers comfort. At Farm Bureau Insurance, the experience you get with our local trusted advisors is different. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. We're back with more of the Adam Nightingale Show, powered by IBEW NECA 665. Michigan State and Michigan coming up this weekend. I finally remembered the question I was going to ask
Nice.
you. We talked earlier about the first time that the out-of-state kids play in this rivalry. You were an in-state kid, and when you got here, how long did it take for you, or were you already green and white, even though you'd gone to?
Well, I think you're aware of the rivalry, right, growing up, and but it's there's nothing like actually being in it, right? And I think that that was an eye opener for sure. The first time we played, and but again, I look back; those are great memories of playing those games and tight games and close games, and I think for me it was, you had to actually hop into it to actually feel it.
I'm excited to see how Nick Andrews does this weekend. He's a Michigan kid that went out and played at Colorado College. Now he gets a first taste of this rivalry. Should be fun to watch him. Knights, you always talk about your own team, and we're concerned about us, and we're worried about how we look into how we're going to play, right? And you look at the other team, but as far as what you preach to your guys, so where is your team going to have to excel this weekend to put it in its best spot to come away with 2 wins? Yeah, against this Michigan team.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to, make sure we're playing behind them, right? I think they're very good in transition. They can catch. They got a ton of skill and talent for sure, and try to make sure that we try to play in the offensive zone when we can, and then be ready to defend, right? They're also good in the offensive zone, so we got to be willing. If you got to play in your D zone for a little bit, that's okay. Make sure you do your job.
Weather the storm.
Yep.
We are on the air Friday night from Yost Arena at 6:30, Saturday from Munn at 7 o'clock. Both games broadcast on WJIM AM and online at MSUSpartans.com and the MSU mobile app. Our next Adam Nightingale Show 1 week from tonight, Tuesday, January 21st. Thanks to Coach, Woody, Patrick Geary, Gage Dansby on video, and Noah Kelly in the studio.
You've been listening to the Adam Nightingale Show on the Spartan Media Network from Playfly Sports, powered by the IBEW NECA 665. Learn more at IBEWNECA665.org. The Adam Nightingale Show has also been brought to you by Shaheen Chevrolet, offering the largest inventory of new Chevys and pre-owned vehicles in Lansing. Buy, lease, trade in, or sell us your vehicle at ShaheenChevrolet.com. Relax and enjoy the Shaheen difference. Dean Trailways, the official ground transportation provider of Spartan Athletics. Make Dean Trailways your favorite ride. Meyer, the official grocer of Michigan State Athletics. Labatt, crack some Labatt and see where it takes you. One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Raise hope and foster dreams. Start your journey to becoming a foster parent today at michigan.gov/hope for a home. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment. Choose chill. The MSU Federal Credit Union. Spartan fans dream big with MSU Federal Credit Union. The Munn team, Jan and John Munn at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Tommy Raines Realtors, realtors that get results. And by Auto Owners Insurance, simple human sense. The Adam Nightingale Show has been a presentation of Playfly Sports in partnership with Michigan State Athletics. All rights reserved. Join us next time right here on the Spartan Media Network.